What if I told you the NBA is not just a basketball league, but a universe woven with mind-bending coincidences so uncanny they defy logic? From players born on the exact same day, to career milestones lining up like clockwork, to mysterious patterns repeating over decades, this is the NBA's hidden story. Welcome to the craziest coincidences in basketball history that nobody can explain.
Steph Curry, the February 27th phenomenon. February 27th is no ordinary date in the NBA calendar. It's Steph Curry's personal highlight reel day, a date where reality bends and records shatter like glass. Back in 2013, under the bright lights of Madison Square Garden, the mecca of basketball, Steph unleashed a performance for the ages. He scored 54 points, raining down 11 three-pointers on just 13 attempts. At that moment, it was a league and franchise record so staggering, only two players in NBA history had ever scored 50-plus points while nailing 10-plus threes in a single game. The Garden roared, witnessing a spectacle that would echo for years. Fast forward 3 years later to 2016 in Oklahoma City. The clock was ticking down in overtime. Less than a second remained. Then Steph calmly let loose a 37-foot dagger that sliced through the air and the net, sealing the game and tying the NBA record with 12 threes in one game. That night, he also broke his own season record by hitting his 287th three-pointer, rewriting the history books again. To top it off, Golden State clinched a playoff spot that very day, the first team to secure February playoff qualification since 1987. Then in 2025, against Orlando, Steph went nuclear again, dropping 56 points on only 25 shots. He drained 12 three-pointers once more and outscored the entire Magic team in the third quarter alone. That made it his third career 50-plus point game after turning 35, a feat no other player in NBA history has managed. His total points on February 27th now stand at 272, always on the road, and 3 times he's exploded for over 45 points. So much so, Golden State unofficially calls it Steph Curry Day, a date that defies reason, a streak that's pure magic.
Sean Williams, the back-to-back Williams draft parallel. Now get ready for one of the NBA's most bizarre copy-paste stories. The case of two Sean Williams, drafted in consecutive years, both at the exact 17th overall pick. In 2006, Sean Williams from Memphis was selected 17th. Standing 6'10" and born in 1986, he spent just 1 year at Memphis, putting up 13 points per game and earning MVP honors in his conference tournament. A sharp shooter and shot blocker, Sean was a promising big man. Then, in 2007, another Sean Williams, also 6'10" and born in 1986, this one from Boston College, was drafted, also 17th overall. Like his namesake, he was a shot blocker, averaging 5 blocks a game in his limited college time. But here's where it gets eerie. Both Sean Williams had off-court issues involving drugs, with multiple arrests during and after their NBA careers. Both bounced around the league, overseas, and even the D-League, with one Sean earning All-Star honors there in 2012. Their paths were strikingly parallel. Same hype, same draft position, same birth year, back-to-back drafts, similar college careers, and a legal troubles timeline that mirrors each other. It's as if the league copy-pasted one player with minor edits, different hairstyles, same tragedy. This isn't a coincidence. It's NBA deja vu on steroids. If these mind-blowing NBA coincidences have you hooked, don't go anywhere yet. We've only scratched the surface. Hit that subscribe button now and get ready for the next chapter, the most jaw-dropping coincidences you've never heard of.
LeBron James and Michael Jordan, the perfect timeline symmetry. The story of basketball's greatest generational handoff is pure poetry. Michael Jordan was drafted in June 1984. Less than 7 months later, On December 30, 1984, LeBron James was born. The man who would become the king arrived the same year the Bulls drafted their franchise savior. Fast forward 19 years to 2003, Jordan retires for the third and final time. That same year, LeBron is drafted first overall, stepping onto the NBA stage as Jordan steps off. This is no mere coincidence, it's a symmetrical passing of the torch. Jordan's career bookends perfectly with LeBron's life. From the moment LeBron entered the world to the moment he entered the league, his story mirrors Jordan's legacy. No overlap, no gap, just a clean narrative line that basketball fans and conspiracy theorists alike marvel at.
Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady, the secret family reunion. Sometimes the NBA's weird coincidences hit closer to home, literally. In the summer of 1997, Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady were prepping for their NBA careers. Carter was relaxing nearby at a family reunion where McGrady was attending. Suddenly, Carter's grandmother picked up the phone and greeted McGrady with, "What's up, cousin?" Neither had known it, but these future Raptors teammates were actually second cousins. Their grandmothers were cousins through marriage, making them family, distant enough to be unknown, but connected deeply by blood. They entered the league just a year apart, McGrady going 9th overall in 1997, Carter 5th overall in 1998, and later both found themselves on the Toronto Raptors, unaware they were relatives until that summer. Their NBA careers went on to feature jaw-dropping dunks and highlight reels, literally a family reunion on the hardwood.
Kobe Bryant's death night, the 81-point shadow. On the tragic night Kobe Bryant passed away, the NBA world was shattered. But on that very night, two young stars, Trae Young and Devin Booker, put on a show that eerily mirrored Kobe's greatness. Together, they scored a combined 81 points, the exact number Kobe scored in his legendary 2006 game against Toronto. They also combined for 24 made field goals, Kobe's iconic jersey number. Trae Young started the game wearing Kobe's number 8 jersey as a tribute. He dropped 45 points and 14 assists, doing it all on just 24 shot attempts, a feat only Kobe had done since 2006, when he posted a 45-point double-double on fewer than 25 shots. This wasn't coincidence. It was an unplanned, powerful homage that happened on the night the basketball world mourned.
If these mind-blowing NBA coincidences have you hooked, don't go anywhere yet. We've only scratched the surface. Hit that subscribe button now and get ready for the next chapter, the most jaw-dropping coincidences you've never heard of. Dallas Mavericks point guards, the June 26th birthday trio. The NBA is a league full of surprises, but in the 2015-16 season, the Dallas Mavericks roster featured a coincidence so wild it felt scripted. 3 of their point guards, Deron Williams, Raymond Felton, and J.J. Barea, all shared the exact same birthday, June 26, 1984. Not just the same year or month, but the same day. Think about that. In the history of basketball, with hundreds of players roaming courts across decades, 3 men who would play the same position, the crucial point guard, ended up sharing a birthday and a locker room at the same time. Each of these guys had different journeys. Felton had been a steady Maverick since 2014, a seasoned veteran guiding the offense. Deron Williams arrived mid-season after bouncing between teams, bringing energy and grit. J.J. Barea was already a fan favorite, known for his hustle and clutch plays. The universe conspired to bring these 3 birthday twins together to share minutes, chemistry, and the pressure of running the Mavs offense. Sports media had a field day, fans joked endlessly, and the players themselves leaned into the oddity. The Mavericks point guard trio was more than coincidence. It was a reminder that sometimes fate deals you cards that just don't make sense.
Derrick Rose, the Chicago Lottery Miracle. In 2008, the Chicago Bulls made a bet nobody expected to win, a tiny 1.7% chance in the NBA draft lottery. But fate was ready to write a new story. From the tough streets of Englewood, Chicago, a young phenom named Derrick Rose was ready to claim his destiny. A local hero, Rose dominated at Simeon Career Academy, and after a spectacular freshman year at Memphis, he declared for the draft. Against all odds, the Bulls won the lottery and selected Rose first overall. This wasn't just a random pick, it was a hometown story. A kid who grew up playing ball on Chicago's concrete made it to the top, returning to carry the franchise's hopes. His rookie year was electric. He won Rookie of the Year, energized the city, and became a symbol of revival. 2 seasons later, Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history at 22. The Bulls embraced him like royalty. So much so, the franchise officially honored him by retiring his #1 jersey, right alongside legends like Jordan and Pippen. This convergence of lottery luck, hometown hero, and meteoric rise wasn't just a coincidence. It was Chicago's way of reclaiming basketball glory.
LeBron and Steph, same hospital, same city, 39 months apart. Sometimes coincidence is found in the birthplace. Both LeBron James and Steph Curry were born in the exact same hospital, Akron General Medical Center in Ohio. LeBron arrived on December 30th, 1984, and Steph followed just 39 months later on March 14th, 1988. LeBron stayed local, rising from Akron's neighborhoods to become the Cavaliers' franchise icon. Steph's family moved to North Carolina when his dad, Dell, was playing for Cleveland, but their parallel journeys began under the same hospital roof. Steph joked publicly that maybe they even shared the same nurse. This isn't some loose born in the same state coincidence, it's a literal born under the same roof story connecting 2 of the NBA's biggest icons. LeBron and Steph went on to battle 4 straight NBA Finals, redefine basketball, and rewrite history, all while sharing a birthplace few would ever guess.
Bojan Bogdanovic and Bogdan Bogdanovic, the near identicals. Here's one for the international basketball fans and fantasy league managers. 2 players from different countries, no relation, but almost identical careers and names. Bojan Bogdanovic is Croatian. Bogdan Bogdanovic is Serbian. Bojan entered the league in 2014, ending his career in 2025. Bogdanovic was drafted the same year, but debuted 3 years later, still active today. From 2017 to 2024, their NBA careers overlapped with strikingly similar stats. Points per game, 12.9 versus 12.6. Rebounds, 3.1 versus 3.3. Field goal percentage, 44.3% versus 45.8%. Their three-point shooting and minutes per game numbers are nearly twins. Fans couldn't help but get confused, dubbing their matchups the Battle of the Bogdanoviches. Reddit threads exploded with theories, jokes, and debates, some convinced they must be brothers. But nope. No shared lineage, just a coincidence wrapped in a name game.
Dallas Mavericks trade shock. Luka Doncic and the Cooper Flag miracle. On February 1st, 2025, the Dallas Mavericks shocked the basketball world. They traded Luka Doncic, a generational talent, along with Maxi Kleber and Marcus Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers. In return, they received Anthony Davis, rookie Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. This was the first mid-season trade involving 2 All-NBA players. Mavericks fans were stunned, calling for the GM's head, wondering if the team was tanking or giving up on contention. Then came May, when the Mavs missed the playoffs and headed to the lottery with a mere 1.8% chance at the top pick. Against all odds, they won the lottery and selected Cooper Flag, Duke's unicorn forward, with the first overall pick. Fans had a wild ride from heartbreak to hope. A star traded in February, a miracle draft win in June. The timeline: Luka traded in February, lottery win in May,
draft in June felt like a basketball rabbit pulled out of a hat. Was it luck? Magic? The NBA's most dramatic rebuild had begun.
LeBron James, hometown hero and draft lottery magic. LeBron James grew up in Akron, Ohio, just 35 miles from Cleveland. A prodigy from St. Vincent St. Mary High School, he was the most hyped prep prospect ever. Meanwhile, the Cleveland Cavaliers were in free fall, finishing 17-65 in the 2002-03 season, dead last in the league. Then, on May 22, 2003, the lottery gods smiled on Cleveland. They won the top draft pick, despite horrible odds. And on June 26th, the Cavs selected their hometown hero first overall. LeBron didn't just become a star on the court, averaging 20-plus points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists as a rookie. He ignited the city off the court, reportedly generating $200 million annually in downtown economic activity. He transformed the Cavs from a joke into Eastern Conference contenders, reaching the NBA Finals in 2007. This was no mere draft pick. It was a perfect geographic and narrative alignment. Akron's son returning home to revive a struggling franchise.
Jalen and Jalen Williams, Oklahoma City's twin take. Two players, nearly the same name, same team, but no relation. Welcome to the modern NBA's identity crisis. In 2022, the Oklahoma City Thunder drafted Jalen Williams twice, once with the 12th pick from Arizona and again with the 34th pick from Arkansas. The team had to scramble to distinguish them during draft night, labeling one Jalen Williams from Santa Clara and the other Jalen Williams from Arkansas. To cut through the confusion, they now go by J-Dub and J-Will, as if cloning wasn't already confusing enough. The similarities don't stop at their names. Both play for the same team, share minutes on the court, and share spotlight moments. Jalen Williams from Arizona quickly emerged as a breakout star, a rookie first-team All-Star, NBA All-Defensive Team member, averaging over 21 points per game and playing with the poise of a seasoned veteran. Meanwhile, Jalen from Arkansas became the glue guy, a defensive stalwart who consistently put up nearly 6 points and 6 rebounds per game, proving his value. Together, they led Oklahoma City to a deep playoff run, including a triple-double by J-Will during the finals. This isn't just a coincidence. It's Thunder lore, a quirk of fate that has fans and commentators baffled and utterly entertained. Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame speech, the 23-23 timestamp. Numbers have a mystical power in sports, but sometimes they take on an almost supernatural meaning. When Michael Jordan took the podium for his Hall of Fame induction speech on September 11, 2009, the speech lasted exactly 23 minutes and 23 seconds. Yes, 23-23, perfectly echoing his iconic jersey number, 23. This wasn't some raw, unedited video either. Editors trimmed and polished the footage to hit that exact runtime, turning a simple speech into a perfectly timed tribute to MJ's brand. The video has pulled in over 23 million views on YouTube, layering the number 23 not just in his speech and jersey, but in fan engagement too. Whether planned by Jordan himself or a lucky coincidence orchestrated behind the scenes, it's poetic symmetry on a legendary scale. MJ didn't just speak, he mic-dropped by the numbers.
Kyle Lowry is a rebounding machine with robotic consistency. Statistical quirks are fascinating, but some defy all logic. From 2012 to 2016, Kyle Lowry averaged exactly 4.7 rebounds per game every single season. Not 4.6, not 4.8, dead on 4.7, year after year. That's right, 4.7 rebounds per game for 4 straight seasons, even as his minutes, role, and team pace shifted.
Most players' rebound numbers fluctuate due to changes in playing time or strategy, but Lowry's numbers stayed perfectly frozen, like a metronome set to 4.7. Lowry was no bench warmer either. He was playing heavy minutes, making multiple All-Star appearances, and still his rebounds clung to that exact decimal. For 4 seasons, Kyle Lowry's rebound average became a statistical anomaly, a mysterious constant in the unpredictable NBA.
LeBron James, the 20,000 points and 5,000 assists game. On January 16, 2013, LeBron James quietly stepped onto the court against the Golden State Warriors and made NBA history twice in one night. He became the youngest player to reach both 20,000 career points and 5,000 career assists, achieving the milestone at just 28 years and 17 days old, breaking Kobe Bryant's previous record. Early in the first quarter, LeBron lobbed an alley-oop to Dwayne Wade, his 5,000th assist. Later in the half, he nailed a mid-range jumper over David Lee, his 20,000th point. Few players had ever reached either mark, even fewer did it in the same game. This was an unprecedented double achievement by basketball's most versatile superstar. What's even crazier? He did it with such ease. No flashy circus shot, no buzzer beater, just a smooth mid-range jumper. A quiet reminder that greatness doesn't need theatrics. Behind that shot was a decade of relentless dominance, consistency, and work ethic. LeBron sprinted past those milestones with the effortless precision of a true GOAT in motion.
Cleveland Cavaliers #1 picks post-LeBron. When LeBron James left Cleveland in 2010, it opened the floodgates for a bizarre yet incredible lottery streak for the Cavs. In 2011, Cleveland won the #1 pick with a 1.7% chance, selecting Kyrie Irving, who became a franchise cornerstone and NBA champion. 2 years later, the Cavs struck lottery gold again, snagging the first pick to select Anthony Bennett, a pick remembered more for disappointment than promise. Then in 2014, with only a 1.7% chance, the Cavaliers won the lottery yet again and took Andrew Wiggins, who eventually became trade bait for Kevin Love, facilitating LeBron's triumphant return and the building of a championship team. 3 #1 picks in 4 years, all following LeBron's departure. This was no ordinary rebuild. It was a franchise rewriting its fate through improbably lucky lottery luck. This sequence, small odds, massive rewards, helped the Cavs transition from heartbreak to NBA champions.
Eastern Conference bounce-back pattern. Resilience is the name of the game in the Eastern Conference. From 2022 through 2025, a fascinating pattern emerged. In 2022, the Miami Heat lost the Eastern Conference Finals to the Boston Celtics. The very next year, 2023, the Heat returned as a number 8 seed, stormed through the playoffs, and won the NBA Finals. Then the Celtics, after falling in Game 7 in 2023, came back in 2024 to win the Eastern Conference and the championship. And in 2025, the Indiana Pacers, who lost the previous year's ECF, beat the Knicks and made the finals themselves. That's 3 straight seasons where the team that lost the Eastern Conference Finals came back the very next year to win the East. Different teams, different rosters, different coaches, but the same unyielding bounce-back resilience. Fans are now watching the Knicks, wondering if they'll be next. This isn't random chance. It's an emerging DNA of the Eastern Conference, heartbreak fueling championship runs. Michael Jordan, from debut to farewell. Michael Jordan's career is framed by 2 poetic bookends. On October 26, 1984, a 21-year-old rookie named Michael Jordan made his NBA debut against the Washington Bullets, scoring 16 points, grabbing 6 rebounds, dishing 7 assists, and blocking 4 shots. His shooting was rough, just 5 for 16, but it didn't matter. The Bulls won, and a new era was born.
Fast forward nearly 19 years to April 16, 2003. Now wearing a Washington Wizards jersey, Jordan played his final NBA game against the Philadelphia 76ers, scoring 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in 28 minutes. The Wizards lost. His debut and farewell games were both tied to Washington, a neat, almost awkward symmetry. From 16 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists in his first game, to 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists in his last, Jordan's journey was a legendary arc that basketball fans watched like a live history lesson.
LeBron James and Karl Malone, the March 19th link. Some coincidences come down to the calendar. On March 19, 2002, the Utah Jazz retired Karl Malone's jersey number 32 in a celebrated ceremony. Exactly 20 years later, on March 19, 2022, LeBron James passed Malone to move into second place on the NBA's all-time regular season scoring list with a clutch layup. Two iconic moments separated by 2 decades but connected by the same date. This isn't a spooky prophecy. It's a beautiful nod from history, a poetic reminder that records fall and legacies intertwine.
New York Knicks' invisible finalist legacy. Here's a mind-blowing fact that even hardcore NBA fans might not know. Since the NBA Finals began in 1947, every single final series has included at least one player who has spent time with the New York Knicks. Not necessarily playing for the Knicks at the time, but at some point in their career, they wore the blue and orange. It doesn't matter if the Knicks themselves weren't in the finals, their alumni always were.
If these unbelievable NBA coincidences have you hooked, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. There's always more to uncover in the League of Legends. Stories that defy explanation and timelines that seem almost too perfect to be true. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more mind-blowing NBA magic.